Uh, nah, today been good. I'm not gonna lie, today been good. The week's been good. ACL been good. I think right now for me, being patient. I think being patient and like like well, I'm trying to look for the words. Okay, I think like being patient and like being like steady and patient, kind of like the same thing. Being steady and being patient. I think patience is a really big thing right now for me. I think this is the year I need that patience is gonna be a big thing. And if I grasp that, and if I take advantage of that, I feel like I'll be very dangerous, very powerful. Cause for me, I know like everything about me. Like I know the flaws, I know the pros, I know the cons. Like you know what I mean? Like I know what I need to work on. I know what I need to perfect. You know. So I think for me, it's more of I think for me it's more of just patience. Patience is everything. Like patience is everything. Like once I get that down, I think I'll be a lot better off with a lot of things. Cause if you got patience, that's basically God's timing. Like you know what I mean? Like if you practice patience, everything's gonna come flourish to you because you're not worried about when it's gonna come, when it's gonna happen. You know, is it gonna happen? You're not worried about it if you're patient. You know, and I just on the verge of mastering that. Like I want to mastering being patient. I want to master you know, being where my feet are at. I want to master that. So if I can master those two things, and it's crazy because it's only those two things. Really, just one thing. Because if you can, like I said, if you can master patience, I feel like patience is like the icing on the cake for everything. You know, it's like, oh well, if I want to do this, this, and that, oh I can't do it right now. Well, I gotta be patient. Eventually, you know. And so I think right now is just being. I'm always on the go, so being stagnant is very hard for me, and I think that's not think. I know that's what I gotta work on is learning how to stay and be in one place and appreciate that, you know, and not worry about okay, what's gonna happen 2 weeks from now, or you know, blah 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 blah. Like take every moment, live every moment in that moment, and that's all you can do, you know. And I know this stuff. Like it's crazy, y'all, because I can tell y'all this stuff, and I can preach it to y'all. Like I can preach it to y'all, and I can tell y'all this stuff. And like I'm not saying I don't do it and I don't back it up on what I'm working on, but when you're working on something, you know, that negative self-talk does come into effect because it's something different. I'm trying to change. Like you know, I have changed a lot, but I'm trying to change even more. This can separate me from everybody else. You know, this can separate me from my career. You know, this can separate me from, you know, everything in my life. When I get the patience, you know, staying where my feet lie. You know, once I master that, I think that'll be everything. And right now, it is getting frustrating. You know, I am on that verge. You know, when this ACL process first happened, you know, I'm just gonna use this as an example because this is really helping me practice, like really putting me in a position to practice this. Because if you're not in a position to practice it, 9 times out of 10, you're not probably gonna do it because it's uncomfortable. A lot of we're humans at the end of the day, so humanly, we're not gonna do it. Like you get what I'm saying? So unless you're just really disciplined like that, and I'm really working on being really disciplined within myself, you know, at saying to myself, because for me, I'll be like, oh well, I'm gonna do this, this, and that, and does it usually, does it usually work out that way or in my favor? No. But some of that I can control, some of that I can't get that stuff done. Sometimes I just don't do it because I don't want to do it. I think that's a limited excuse. And I just don't want to limit myself when the sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? The sky's the limit. So why would you limit yourself below? That don't make no sense. If the sky's the limit, and I don't know. I'm just one of those perfectionists, and just I know I got some people on my subscribers and people that follow me, man. I know y'all get the same feeling. Y'all do the same. I'm telling y'all, I bet some of y'all have the same feelings. Where you just feel stagnant and you don't know where to do. You don't know. Everything's kind of like unknown right now, and it's frustrating because you always want to know. You always want to know your next step. You already want to know where you need to go. And like right now, I'm really in my unknown state. I know what I want to do. I know what I want to be. I know what I know what I want my life to look like. And for me, my opinion, I know everything I want to do, and I know everything I want in life. I know what I want. I know what it all looks like. I can paint a picture of what I want my life to look like. But my thing is am I on the right path? Am I on the right verge of getting that life? Am I doing the right things? Am I working the right job? Am I selling the right clothes? Am I, putting my energy into things that are going to benefit me to get to where I want to be, And I think that's the biggest thing for me. I really don't know. Like, I don't know. Right now I think I'm in a soul search of my purpose in life. I think because once you find your purpose in this life, I feel like that's where you find your happiness. And I know other people have their own opinions, but for me, that's just how I feel. I feel like, I'm really right now, I'm searching of, where my happiness is, and I know my happiness is with God and my happiness is within. I understand that. Trust me, I get that too. I do. I feel that. I do that. I am happy with God. I am happy with myself. I just want it when I want it. That's just to be honest. Everybody wants things when they want the things. They feel like, I worked hard over the years. But one thing about it is all the great people, all the greats out there, they worked years. Like, me, I'm going probably like 7 to 10 years, 5 or 10 years, I'm in that 5 to 7 range. 5 to 7 years I've been, working hard. I always worked hard in my life, but professional wise, like 5 to 7 years I've been professional, and like really, I'm just ready to go to the WNBA, y'all. Let's just be honest. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm honest with my supporters. I'm honest with y'all. I'm honest with everybody, but I'm honest with y'all for sure. Your girl ready to go to the WNBA. Your girl ready to live the WNBA life. Your girl ready to be financially available. I don't want to say stable because I feel like stable is stagnant. So I want to be financially available. I want, I'm telling y'all everything, I'm going to have. Like, this is something y'all going to witness. Y'all going to go through with me and all this process. I just want y'all to be along for the ride. But I'm telling y'all everything that I desire. My goals, my desires, my affirmations, my ambitions. Like, this is everything I'm working towards. I'm working towards I'm going to be in the WNBA. I'm going to have the house that I want built from the ground up. I'm going to have the stable with the horses. I'm going to have the swimming pool. I'm going to have the car I want. I'm going to have everything that I'm asking for. I'm going to have the YouTube. I'm going to have the subscribers. I'm going to have, all the internet, social medias, that's the type of thing I want, that's the type of lifestyle I want, what I'm saying, to be able to inspire, to do everything I love to do, pour into businesses. I want to pour into myself. I'm going to make passive incomes, multiple passive incomes. I already done started that right now. These are the things that I see for myself, and there's nothing wrong with sharing that. I do keep a lot of that to myself because, sometimes sharing that, people do prey on your downfall. But one great thing about it is, I like to put this out here, especially to my supporters, because you have to have ambitions, you have to have goals, like you have to have these things to push forward, to look forward to something, to work forward to something. Don't stop your dream or whatever you love to do just because at the moment it's not working out right now. It's been plenty of times where I didn't have a dime, but I was doing what I love to do every single day. Like even overseas, there's been plenty of times I've been overseas and I didn't get paid much, but I was enjoying every day of what I was doing, and I think this last go around, especially in Croatia, I kind of took advantage. I didn't take advantage of that, and that's solely on me. I got stagnant. I got stagnant. But one thing about it is the higher power never discouraged me. I had a hard time in Croatia, mentally. I think it was more of me than it was the place or anything, and I was just literally looking for an excuse to get out of myself, if that makes sense. When I was in Croatia, everything was about me. You get what I'm saying? And, yes, I love it. Some things always about me. Yes, I love the attention and everything, but I think spiritually, it was about me. I think I was trying to make it as if I wanted that spiritual all about me to be physically all about me. And that wasn't the lesson. The lesson was I needed you to separate yourself from your old habits and your old ways and your old environment, move you to a different environment. And it's crazy because I go through this every time I go to overseas. Literally. Overseas for me is a separation from reality, and it helps me separate reality and from everything. Okay, reality, what I mean by reality is everything else. Mom, dad, brothers, sisters, cousins, girlfriends, boyfriends, it don't matter. Reality is that circle. That what you come back home to. You know what I mean? So I needed separation, because everything I'm asking for, everything I want, everything I'm praying for, I have to separate myself. So to me, my opinion, what God does to me to separate me is he takes what I love and he sends me overseas to draw me closer to him, draw me closer to myself. Because when I'm here in my reality, it's not about me. You know what I mean? My reality is not about me. When I'm home, I'm gonna call my reality home. My home is not about me. My home is about my mom, my brothers, my sisters, my cousins, blah, 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 blah. It's about everybody else, is what I'm saying. Your reality tends to draw to everybody else. Just because of how I am. I do for everybody else. I go for everybody else. I pick up for everybody else. I pick up the slack. I pick up the little things that people don't realize that matter. that's what I do, you know, without trying. You know what I'm saying? So it's genuine. And, you know, my reality, which is home, my reality can't correlate with what I got going on. Because how can I be with myself and how can I focus on God if I got my reality you know? And I think that right now for me, that's the hardest separation. How can I be here? Especially if I want to be in the WNBA, especially if I'm going to be in the WNBA in Nashville. How can I take being here and taking what I do overseas and applying it? You know? For me, I think personally I can't do that. But to be honest, I can. Will it be a little bit harder? Yes, because a lot of people are not going to understand. Not a lot of people are going to understand that mute session, as I call it, that mute session. What I mean by mute session is like you shutting up. You know, your reality shutting up. You know, this, that, and the third shut. All you're not benefiting you. You personally, shut up. You shut up. Mute session. Everything goes mute, and then once you go mute, just watch how everything unfolds. I think that's been the most helpful. That's helped me with patience too. Is mute. Being quiet and really being quiet in moments that you just want to say the most in. You know what I'm saying? I think the power of the tongue. Once you get the power of that tongue, you're powerful. But anyways, it's Red Cardinal and thank you, Spirit. There's angels around, y'all. We're gonna make it, angels. Whatever it takes. Whatever the time frame. I'll be ready. Anyways, y'all. Sorry about that. I see the red card and I like text my angels. But yeah, I just wanted to give y'all a small little update. This will probably be my next video I post. If y'all haven't, go check out week 5 and 6. Like I said, I didn't talk a lot in that one. I was more of just showing and seeing what everything I go through with therapy and let y'all see how far along I am by week 5 and 6. So I just want to thank everyone that's been along for this journey, that's continuing to ride along with me, man. Continue to ride along, because just think about it. Just think about it 5 years from now. Think about it 5 years from now. We're going to be popping. Like, probably less than that. We're going to be popping, and I just want to thank everybody that likes, that takes the time out just to like the video, for the ones that take the time out to comment. I don't care what you comment. You can ask me, hey, I want to see this more. I want to see more of this content. You know what I'm saying? So, man, always communicate with me. I'm always open. I'm very open. Just no hatred. Stay positive. Stay motivated. Stay true to yourself. Yeah. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, man. And I see y'all till next video. Love y'all. Peace.